If I got this Google Street View in GeoGuessr, I would not guess LA. The only thing that gives it LA is the clouds. Reckless Ben put out a new video. They're always kind of entertaining.
Look at this heartwarming company. They sell air purifiers and water purifiers, and they're always giving back to the community. Well, I got an email from someone who said they used to be very high up in this company, and the only reason this company exists is to fund the world's
This is exposing the largest human trafficking ring in the world.
human trafficking ring ever. So I asked them if they'd be down to get on a call with me.
He's at Interpol's most wanted list. No, and I've called the FBI and I said, I found him. I can tell you a story that would make your head fucking.
Let me take a guess about who this is about first. So Interpol is international police. So perhaps this is European. Reckless Ben travels a lot. He was in Mexico, but I don't know. Maybe it's like some UK thing, because UK has some weird shit going on.
Fly off your shoulders.
This guy wants to remain anonymous, but this woman, Myra, is an ex-employee of
Am I right? No, sorry.
this company who used to work right underneath the CEO.
I'm Peter Spiegel. I'm the founder and chief executive officer
Spiegel,
of
red flag
Ideal Living in Los
trafficking.
Angeles,
The red
California.
flag name.
Yeah, the company is called Ideal Living and is located about 30 minutes away from Los Angeles.
I worked at
Interpol, Los Angeles. Okay.
that company over a 15-year period. I was the senior brand manager for the two largest non-infomercial brands at the company.
Because she was so high up, she knows all of the company's secrets. She's probably the only person in the world who has the power to completely destroy this company. So you might
hope
be
she does it.
thinking, how does an air purifier company from Los Angeles get away with funding the world's biggest human trafficking ring? Well, they have a pretty sneaky way of pulling this off. The leader of all of the abuse pretends to be a god. He has his own organization called Jagaguru Kripalu Parashat, or JKP for short. On their website, you can see that this man claims to be the 5th Jagaguru of the world, which basically means that he is literally God himself, but in the form of a human. And yeah, you watching this might not believe that this man's a god, but there's about 100 million people from all around the world that actually do believe this.
Not a single Western person was seen in any of those shots.
So I found someone who said they lived in this organization for over 14 years and sent them a message.
I was just drawn in. Like, it just seemed like, oh, okay, this could be a spiritual home for me. This could be where I learn, where I advance, where I achieve my spiritual goals.
The first thing she explained to me was why everyone believes that he's a god.
We had rogue people in the history of the organization who would say, yeah, you're this or you're that, or you get this award for a fee, for a personal fee to that person or those couple of people.
So he basically just said, I'm the 5th Jagaguru, and then everyone believed him?
Yeah, he just said he was, that's all.
It is that easy.
It's a lie.
Because people see him
Like, never underestimate human stupidity. Like, you might be smart, you might surround yourself with smart people, but think about all of the people you're not friends with who are actually dumb.
as a literal god, he has infinite power, and with that power, he decided to come up with a special way for all of the kids as young as 9.
I'm sorry. Why is he there? Like, why? Go back to your banking job, bro.
With that power, he decided to come up with a special way for all of the kids as young as 9 years old to have a better afterlife.
His close followers, his female followers in particular, had to bring him rather regular offerings of underage girls. But they are told by the woman who takes them there, you're going to be with Krishna forever, and consider this, your wedding night with Krishna, with God. The girls don't have a choice. They are literally raped. They are taken into him, locked in the room with him, and they are raped. That doesn't make it any easier for the girls. They still are traumatized.
So how many victims do you
That's
think
awful.
there are then of this JKP group?
Thousands.
Really?
Thousands. Couldn't even calculate.
It was not about Hindu
I'm
theory.
sorry, I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing at Reckless Ben's editing. Called Black Space. Sorry.
It was a New York Jewish diamond salesman who found a scam, and two poor fucking swamis who found a financier, and they raped.
However, the story gets crazier.
The Hindu guru convicted.
They got his conviction. He was convicted of 20 counts of child molestation, sentenced to 280 years in jail. But on the day of his sentencing, he never showed up.
They called his name 3 times in the courtroom, and none of those calls were answered.
Religious leader may be on the run. Convicted Hindu guru has disappeared. Nobody knows where he is.
Is the 82-year-old man unable to make it, or
This dude deserves the harshest sentence, by the way. This dude should get the chair.
is he on the run?
The night before his sentencing, he was having dinner with my bosses. They helped him escape to Mexico.
U.S. Marshals say it's the most complex fucking escape that they'd ever seen. To this second, he's on the Interpol's most wanted list. I called the FBI and I said, I found him.
So they met up with the FBI and gave them all of their evidence. But for some reason, the FBI did nothing. They didn't really know what else to do with all the evidence they had. So they decided to share it with the news.
I call him, I go, hey, Eric, guess what? I know I know everything.
We hopped on a call and she was able to get the story cleared by the editor-in-chief. And the editor-in-chief said, drop all other stories you're working on and focus solely on this.
After she had gotten clearance from the story, she said, I'm going to grab the readers by the throat from the very first line and keep them reading all the way till the end.
He said there were going to be 7 videos that we've interviewed all of these people. Then he told me it was going to be on the cover, Ben. He told me it was going to be on the cover of Newsweek and on the online.
Cleared legal, it was ready to be published. We were just waiting for the publication.
I got a Google alert, and so I clicked the link and I'm watching this video of myself.
But it turns out that this wasn't the story. It was just a small clip of the interview that accidentally leaked online.
I called the next day and he goes, oh, it was a leak. We don't know what happened. We don't know why it's on there. And I go, how do you not know? What do you mean?
The news organization that accidentally leaked this clip sent them an email later that day saying that they can
Thanks for the explanation, David. We'll probably have some follow-up next week. Glad you're not pissed. Blah, blah, blah.
verified that Peter saw the video. And now that the CEO of Ideal Living knows that there's a story about to come out that could destroy his billion-dollar company, he's gonna do whatever he can to stop this story from airing. So literally right before all the stories were supposed to come out, this happened.
So before I keep playing this, these guys tried every method. They went to the police, they tried the news, but now they're going to a YouTuber. And obviously the YouTuber's gonna get shit done.
He ghosted me.
Obviously.
This is a guy who was obsessed with finding Saraswati.
And then I asked him, I'm like, did they threaten you or your family? Like, I texted him that this week. I'm like, why else are you not responding?
Out of nowhere, all of the news reporters from all of the different news stations that were working on this story either all left the company or all got fired.
Myra reached out to me and said, I got an email, Valerie was just laid off. And the next day, he's no longer going to be a part of the LA Times. Nick Mortnowak left Newsweek. Left. Gone. And Nick Mortnowak has never gotten back to us. Same as Eric Dexheimer, same as Meg James, same as Amy Kaufman. They've all ghosted us.
I don't know what it is, but I'm telling you, the biggest media cover-up, no major organization wants to cover this because it will blow up everything.
But this is what I saw on Instagram, that one of the top editors that dropped this story was doing a press conference, and it was only about an hour away from their house.
I said, Myra, let's get in the fucking car. We get in the car, we drive down to Disneyland. I go into the investigative reporting thing. There are 350 people in there. I'm walking around. I have no badge, no anything. And he looks around and goes, I'm looking for a new project. If anyone has one, I go, and I raise my hand like that. I have a story to tell. I found a child sex cult, and I know people in this room have killed it.
I worked for a company that was looking for a child sex cult. They were killed 2 days ago.
Someone is saying no, or someone is stopping you, it's for a reason, and usually it's for their benefit and not yours. Yeah. And so know that and keep going.
I have disrupted and done everything I can to break this motherfucker.
So the only option left was to go public with the story himself. But obviously Ideal Living was gonna do whatever they could to stop him.
They thought either one, they could pay me off, or number two, if I could sue this fucker into silence, that I could get away with it again.
I love how passionate this guy is. This guy's swearing in every single point he's making. Dude, he cares about this. I mean, dude, children being hurt. Good on him.
Sue this fucker into silence, that I could get away with it again. I refuse to be paid off.
Since Ideal Living couldn't pay this guy off, there was only one way to silence him.
Ideal Living, LLC versus...
And they sued me for extortion, for intimidation and unfair business practices. They filed 5 police reports that said that I assaulted.
Do you disagree with that summary? Anything stand out as being false?
That you represent a child sex cult? No, I agree with it. I do believe that you represent a child sex cult because you do, so I agree with that. No, the child sex cult part where you're representing a child sex cult, that's totally right there.
Sir, no, I'm going to terminate the deposition. I'm going to terminate the deposition. This is ridiculous.
You don't have to terminate. Keep asking questions.
No, I'm not going to ask. I'm not going to ask questions.
There was this kind of...
I'm not familiar with like the law scene. Who was Maulding? Is that like the district attorney? That dude was a madman. Like he had to answer some questions, like real questions. Dude just starts like, no. I'm gonna throw a temper tantrum. Nope, I'm not gonna answer that. Stop
gentleman
asking.
who was a Harvard arbitrator who comes into the room with Myra and I.
I'm a little confused. Is Ideal Living a child sex cult?
And the guy comes in and he goes, first thing...
Okay, wait, that's a fair question. If it's funding one, like, then it's like once removed.
A child sex cult?
And the guy comes in and he goes, first thing I want to tell you is the legal system is not fair. It's based on money. And I see billions of dollars in that room, and I don't see billions of dollars in this room. So what I'm going to do is try to get you out of this. He said, look, just get out. Just get out of it.
Myra and I both are not into settling when it comes to a child sex cult.
It was weird. And because we thought there was no chance he was going to lose it. And when he lost, we were like, what? Because legally, there's no reason why he should have lost that. It didn't make sense. I swear to fucking God that they bribed this judge. You also have to understand that they have $1 billion behind them. You know, it's really tough. We didn't have money to fight back. So they bullied us.
Basically, this lawsuit destroyed both of their lives, and now they have no clue what to do.
Now we're literally at our breaking point. My credit has been destroyed. My fucking car was repossessed last month. I have nothing. I'm working multiple jobs and I can't keep up with the debt because I took on a lot of debt to try to survive this. Yeah, we're in a bit of a spot right now. So I'm trying to figure out what to do. And
she told me that this is when one of her friends told her about my YouTube channel. They were pretty shocked at how many times billion-dollar corporations have tried suing me.
Being filed for $30,000.
Suing me for like $1 million. Sue me for $5 million.
It's not going to end in your favor. $5 million, they will play hardball with you.
But every single time I get sued, I just think of a really stupid way to get out of it. I made the Church of Scientology sucks. We just believe that Scientology sucks. So now if I say that, they can't sue me for that because that's just what I believe in. If you sue me for what I believe in, you're discriminating me against my religion. And it always ends up working out for me somehow. They said that I might be the only person in the entire world that would actually be brave enough to come out and be the first person to ever tell their story publicly.
You are the man to do it because you've got the fucking guts of a beast.
So I was like, I'm down, but before I tell the story, I wanted to verify that everything they were saying was true. Right now, they're claiming that the cult is building a huge base here in Los Angeles, but when I looked it up online, nothing about the cult came up. Also, the spot they're claiming it's at, I went to it on Google Maps, and it's just a tiny little house. So I went on like Street View and everything, and like it's not...
I wonder if that's like, call me crazy. This might be like, what if there's like an underground facility where they lead these people into? So it's like an unsuspecting house on top, but it's like a huge bunker just full of like these dungeons.
And it's just a tiny little house. So I went on like Street View and everything, and like it's not there or anything.
I know, because just to tell you is they hide it. They keep changing the name of it. Yeah. You just begun the... You just jumped into the rabbit hole, yeah.
So
you just jumped in the rabbit hole.
During our litigation, they changed the name of it. So that's what he does. He keeps changing it.
When they sued me and I started going after them, they changed the entire name of the entire fucking place.
So we decided to go check it out in person.
Ready to the left, because this is where the shit happens.
Oh shoot!
Look at.
Dude, I love the way the guy in the back talks. He's so energetic about it.
At that.
That's the place? What the...
Dude, look at that.
Okay, that that belongs in like Thailand. Like that's something you'd see on GeoGuessr for like Thailand or like Indonesia or something. What the hell? If I got this Google Street View in GeoGuessr, I would not guess LA. The only thing that gives it LA is the clouds or the lack thereof.
So do you remember on Google Maps where it was a little tiny fucking house? That's that.
This is so weird. So, I was ready to tell this story, but just to prepare myself, I decided to call some of the past news reporters to see if they knew why they got fired right before the story was going to air. Basically, I heard you were working on a story with Ideal Living and how it was connected to a cult, but then as you were working on the story, you stopped working with. And I guess the theory is right now is people are saying like maybe they were threatening the news reporters that were working on it, and just before I put a bunch of like money and resources into this project that I might work on, I just wanted to give you guys a call and see like why you guys stopped working on the story, like if you guys were like actually getting threatened or if there's like other reasons you stopped working on it. But
I don't know a whole lot because I got laid off in February and they were working on the story. I heard like a month or 6 weeks ago it was about to run. I've been a journalist for 20 years. I would be extremely careful, and that is completely off the record if you need to deny it.
I knew that if I wanted to tell this story, I had to protect myself. So I spent the rest of the day making sure that every single claim Myra and made were supported by undeniable evidence, which is what I'm printing out right now. This is all the evidence. Whoa, this is a sick time lapse. Well, time to film the documentary now. So I rented professional cinematic cameras and a professional sound system and tried as hard as I could to make a professional looking backdrops for their interviews. And finally, it was time to film.
Dude, they went in. What the?
Yeah! Yeah! Oh, that's a wrap. But the documentary wasn't finished yet. To hear the full story, I was gonna have to get Peter's side. Can I get a burrito? Thank you. Hello, I got a DoorDash for Peter Spiegel. Just a drop off at the second floor.
Oh my god, this guy is a fucking rat, dude.
Hello, are you Peter?
I am.
I'm a reporter. I'm doing a story on Ideal Living, and I want to see if you'd be able to answer some questions for a story I'm doing, if that's okay?
You know, you have to go through our marketing people.
Uh-huh.
Just introduce them to Helen.
Hello.
Can I help you? I'm Peter's assistant.
I think he'd probably want to share his side because there's like some allegations on him that I don't know if they're true or not. I'd hope they're not true, but I just want to share his side.
Dude, dropping the bomb. Ooh.
So that way it doesn't like make him look like the bad guy, you know what I mean? Yeah, basically the biggest question, I guess, is they're saying he's like funding the world's biggest human trafficking ring, I think. So like if that isn't true, you know, like I think it would be very beneficial for him to say that, you know, otherwise
I don't want to be like super mean that this dude's face looks like a fucking Star Wars character.
the documentary's gonna come out
Fucking glip shitto.
saying that he's funding the world's biggest human trafficking ring. So I think it would be like, you know, I think it's something he would probably want to talk about, you know.
And also make sure that that's multi-sourced, like.
Yeah, I'm coming straight to the source, you know, so yeah.
Yeah, please email me, send me the information, and then we can go from there. Is that
Okay. What time if you're his assistant, do you happen to know the next?
Do you think they all know? Like every single one of them knows what's going on? Or is it like only the upper echelon that like knows?
And then we can go from there. Is that
Okay. What time if you're
Like, does this guy know? This guy has to know, and that's why he's like his body language shifted so intensely. The other guy walked off.
assistant, do you happen to know the next time he might be free, or maybe like the end of the day today? You think?
shoot me an email. We can go and then we can.
Okay. Sweet. Well, I'll talk to you later today, then hopefully. And yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Sorry to keep pausing. He just wants his email so he can get his email to sue the brakes off him.
Waited all day, and they never got back to me. So I guess I have to try again.
Can I get a burrito? Thank you. I'm gonna DoorDash for Peter Spiegel. It says delivered to the second floor of the building.
There's no way it
For the
works
delivery
twice.
instructions, I guess. I can take it. Well, I don't get paid unless I like get it to him, I guess.
But at this moment, I saw that they made a wanted poster with my face on it. Yeah, this security guard must know exactly who I am.
I'll be 100% honest, the food delivery thing was actually just a ruse. I'm a documentary maker. I'm doing a documentary on the world's biggest human trafficking ring, and we think the person funding it might be up there, and I think they might get really like upset if we don't share their side of the story, you know what I mean? So, hey,
What is that?
I'm making a documentary. It's a documentary on the world's biggest human trafficking ring, and I thought it was a good faith effort to let him share his side in case he's actually not funding it. Because if he's not funding it, this could save his life, you know? We don't want you over. Don't worry, I'll leave. But just want to make sure, like, I'm clear, I'm, like, hearing you correctly. Instead of basically being like, hey, we're not actually the ones funding the big human trafficking circle, you'd rather... We have somebody who threatened our tenant. Threaten? Well, I'm not threatened, no.
I can only think of one more place where Peter might be.
I hate liars. Makes me like viscerally angry. Like weaponizing the police with lies. That's like the most disgusting thing you could do. Well, it's like up there. Not the most, but it's definitely up there.
Hello.
I'm sorry
How's it
the
going?
temple's closed.
Really?
Yes.
It's closed.
Yes, yes.
Well, that's weird, because about a week ago, I signed up on their website, and they personally invited me out to this place.
Oh, I just have to say something to Peter. Do you know where Peter's at?
No, he's not here.
He's not here?
No, very sorry.
Well, that's weird too, because I have a secret agent on the inside, and as you can see, Peter is definitely inside this place.
Do you know if Peter's here? But you guys invited me here. You sent me an email. You said I should show up today?
It seems like for some mysterious reason, they all of a sudden are taking their invitation away. So I'm gonna give them one final chance to finally share their side.
Some guy is saying really bad things about this place, and I don't think it's true. Basically they're saying, is this place funding the world's biggest human trafficking ring? No? Well, if that's the case, you probably would want to say that, right? And because a lot of people are going to see a documentary about... No, I'm just saying, this is my last thing and then we'll leave. So...
You said you would leave. Please leave.
So the official statement is yes, you are funding the human trafficking ring? Okay, yes? Okay.
So I put the documentary we made on Patreon. The link's in the description if you want to watch it, but this makes Peter look like one of the worst people in the entire world. And this documentary is going to go live on my YouTube in exactly 48 hours from right now. And the only way to stop it from going live is if you let me interview you and get your side of the story, which, if it's not true, Peter, I would definitely be reaching out to me right now because this documentary might just destroy your entire company. So if this is not true, please reach out to me. Anyways, Peter, you have 48 hours starting now.
Okay, I love Reckless Ben's videos. Whoa, stop. Yeah, I love Reckless Ben's videos mostly because like he's like is he a young guy? I think he's like my age, but like he's so ridiculous that he's forcing these people who are like professional, I guess like they appear professional. They have to like come down to his level, but it's like saying that's not the right thing because Reckless Ben's level is just like a human level, you know, like he's just like a dude who has like a very good moral compass, and he's like making these monsters having to come off their pedestal to like meet him back in the real world, where it's just like funny. It's just exposing actual human evil. There's a couple other videos I wanted to watch. That was a good video.